Well, for Tim Duncan and the Spurs, an incredible legacy of dominance. In his 17 years in the league, the Spurs have never won less than 61% of their games, not to mention, of course, 5 finals appearances and 4 NBA championships.
Leonard attacking, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. He's such a reliable finisher.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
That was one of those 3 or 4 plays that you see every night in an NBA game that just leaves you in awe.
And the Spurs have done an amazing job, Clark, over the years surrounding Duncan with the right kind of talent.
And Tim Duncan has done a great job leading and making adjustments in his own game. They're a team with great scouting and development of their players. Talk to players who've been there. That's one of the things they rave about, Kevin, is they get the attention for their individual development. And all of their players were not lottery picks. Most of them were mid, late, first-round picks, some second-round guys. And it's just another example of doing it the right way at the highest level.
Verajao dishes to Waiters. Green with the block. Tries from 10. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, going into last season, Thiago Splitter accepting a 4-year, $36 million extension, Steve, from the Spurs.
A lot of people questioned the value of that contract, but Splitter more than earned it with his play throughout the regular season and in the playoffs. He's versatile, he can pass, he can defend, and even though his numbers were down a little bit last year, he made tremendous impact just in terms of their interior play.
James misses.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it. He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league. And Splitter, clearly, when you look at him offensively, is not a floor spacer. He's a guy who's going to finish inside. He's going to set solid screens. Even though he plays close to the basket, his field goal percentage dropped by almost 10% over the last couple of seasons. He was once superb in that area. Now he's just rock solid. But with the Spurs, in his role, rock solid is good enough.
Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Parker drives in. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. Ginobili's checked in for Leonard. Here's Duncan. Got a piece of it.
And the fadeaway was about his only option there. Really good defensive position.
That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from LeBron.
That's his brand of basketball, and he plays it as well as anyone. And as we get into crunch time, they need him at his best.
Here's Duncan. Wow, way off on that one.
And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
Shot's good.
Splitter still shooting over 90% of his shots in the paint, but less effective down low. Injuries perhaps a factor. We'll see if he can bounce back.
Kicks it out to Ginobili. From past the arc. And he gets it to go. Ginobili's got 5.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Duncan outside. Hits from the high post. And it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
Green. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. And the Spurs lead by 9.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
It's Parker with the drive. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Will it go? And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
This quarter's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Baines is checked in. Diaw comes in for Duncan. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Green. And it's Joseph in for Tony Parker. And then for Cleveland, Marion comes in for LeBron. And Mike Miller subbed in for Waiters. Here's Marion. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
Here's Diaw. And Baines kicks to Ginobili. Ginobili can't get that one to fall. Here's Thompson. No luck. Spurs leading by 9. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Marion is up there with Kevin Love. Then it's Mike Miller. Then there's Anderson Varejao. And it's Irving in the point guard position. Love can't hit.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just planks the open jumper.
That's one of the toughest shots in basketball, Kevin. It's so tricky to get the soft touch and the accuracy when you're flying to the basket.
Leonard, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Kawhi Leonard.
Now, here's Joseph. He's covered by Irving. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Marion. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. To the wing right side. Here's Diaw. Sinks the triple.
Well, they haven't gotten much production from him, but they remain in the lead.
That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Parker comes in for Joseph. LeBron's checked in for Cleveland. Waiters comes in for Miller. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
And they continue to run and gun throughout the game, guys.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Green, he's checked in for Bellinelli.
Danny Green, a nice find by the Spurs as a 3-and-D role player. And the Spurs always seem to find those kind of guys. A mid-second round pick was Green. He got waived by the Cavs, spent some time playing abroad. Now he holds the record for three-pointers made in the finals.
The Spurs making a switch here. Splitter's checked in. In low to Duncan. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And the defense just couldn't get a hand in his face, couldn't challenge the shot.
Yeah, made his height advantage count that time.
Got that one up quick. 6 points for Dion Waiters.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Parker's shot is off.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him. I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Splitter. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Love.
Shooting for San Antonio.
The Cavs were an all-out mess last year, and a lot of that was because of their depth. They just did not have the punch off the bench to keep leads or bring them back into games.
That one is off.
And with the Cavs, their score differential for their reserves really tells the story. Just way too many points given away when that second unit came onto the floor. It was something they needed to address in the offseason, and they did.
And for the Cavs, depth certainly won't be an issue this time around. A lot of changes and growth for them, resulting in a much deeper and talented roster.
And you know, Kevin, people still underestimate the importance of having a strong bench. The Cavs really struggled with that last year, but with LeBron starting and pushing former starters to the bench, they'll be in a much stronger position.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Well, Kawhi Leonard drafted 15th overall, Clark, back in 2011. The pick acquired from the Indiana Pacers in a trade for George Hill.
And you know, at the time, Manu Ginobili said that he really didn't agree with the trade, made him angry. He had a real strong relationship with George Hill, liked his game. I'm sure a lot of Spurs fans felt the same way, but even as Hill remains a heck of a player, the Spurs fans have to be happy. As a matter of fact, they are ecstatic with what Kawhi Leonard has been able to do and what he looks like he's going to do for many years to come.
And Leonard has been a great fit with the Spurs culture. Quiet, low maintenance, hardworking, not one for all the glitz and the glamour. You know, he owns one watch, they say. Just focused on basketball, not the lifestyle that it affords.
And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. It's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Leonard against LeBron. Duncan trying to break loose. Took him no time at all on that one. 18 points for Kawhi Leonard.
You talk about Leonard's work ethic. Instilled in him from his late father, lost tragically when Kawhi was only 16 years old. But his father used to put him to work at his car wash, made him run hills, and really embedded in him the value of hard work. And his dad's influence and legacy lives on in Kawhi.
LeBron James.
And so here we go, just rolling along to the finish line in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Spurs.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so by winning the first of 3 in this season series, it should give them plenty of momentum and confidence for the next time they'll have to lace their sneakers up against the Cavaliers.
52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And yes, sir, that one drops.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all. Some guys will try to overpower you at the rim, but he likes to elude you and trick you. He's got quickness and a soft touch.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. A different look now for Cleveland. Ginobili with the ball. And it's Miller picking him up.
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
Now Haywood inside. No good from outside. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Steve enjoys that too.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game. I mean, a 5-man team game where the ball moves, so much unselfish play. It's beautiful to watch.
The shot by Marion, no good. Here's Bellinelli. Here's Ginobili. Can't connect. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.